Hello and welcome to my channel. What we are going to do today, we are going to solve MCQ starting from question 11 to question 20 of 2017 JAM, and I will try to solve all the questions as soon as possible. And let's, without wasting any time, start confident learning. This is our first question. Identify the correct match between minerals ore and its physical properties. As you have read this Rutley book, you will find some physical properties written on the side of the table, side of the book as a table format. Just go through that table and identify which feature is very characteristic to identify that particular type of mineral. Let's see what I am talking about. The thing is that if you look, if you have read this book, hematite has a red rust streak, means when you scratch this hematite on a streak plate, you will find a very rusted red streak. So there is a characteristic feature of hematite. What is the characteristic feature for the barite? It is its high specific gravity. What is related to silomelane? Silomelane is something like a false or uncommon known as a black hematite, despite not being related to true hematite. It is not directly related to true hematite, but it is called as black hematite, and it is nowhere related to the comb structure. So the first option is not related to hematite, should be the red rusted streak. Silomelane shouldn't be comb structure. Azurite. What is azurite? Azurite came from the azure blue color. The mineral has a azure blue, dark to pale blue or pale blue color in a transmitted light. So it is not related to your green color. So my option is barite, having high specific gravity. So you have to go through this Terrell book. Sorry, not Terrell. Rutley book. Identify the characteristic properties related to particular mineral. Okay, this is also, it's very good. If you go to NCRT book where you identify every state has a particular ore and mineral deposit in it. So go through that NCRT book first. Try to identify and try to remember which state has a particular mineral deposit which is significant for your answer, like this one that I have downloaded from the Mystery of Minds website. This is the annual report from 2001-22. As per this table, you can see that in Rajasthan we have phosphorite. In Karnataka, it is famous for the chromite deposit, and in Andhra Pradesh, it's famous for the mica deposit, and Tamil Nadu is related to your manganese deposit. If I go through all this table, I can identify this. My chromite is related to Karnataka, so my option is P3. So P3 is somewhere here. I have option B and C. If I go to this magnesite, so magnesite is related to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is my option 4. To this is Q4. So I can, without knowing anything related to mica phosphorite, I can go with option C. This is the elimination technique. But I will suggest you go through all this table, identify the most mineral concentration in that particular state, and then try to remember. So my option is C. A helically coiled ammonite torrelites is differentiated from externally resemble gastropoda torreatella by. See, if you now can see this, this is a table where the they have differentiated what is cephalopod or what is gastropod. Basically, ammonoids are a group of extinct marine mollusk animal in the subclass Ammonidia of the class Cephalopoda. Ammonites has a chamber. Ammonites has a chamber which is like in the gastropod. If you have the morphology of the gastropoda and ammonites, you will identify the ammonites has a chamber, where in gastropod you don't have the chamber. So option is my D. Moving to the next question, this facial suture of trilobite running through the general angle is known as. See, we in trilobite we have facial suture of 5 types: absent, proparian, gonatoparian, opistarian, and hypoparian or marginal. If you have seen the definition for each and every facial suture, you will identify that the facial suture in at the tip of the general angle in gonaporian. Okay, so my option is C. Not gonaporian, this is gonatoparian. Sorry. Option 14 is C. Which of the following statement is correct for class 1B parallel fold. So if I'm talking about the class 1b parallel fold, it is related to your Ramsey classification. If it is related to Ramsey classification, you have one table here where we have the classification of Ramsey based on deep isogon and the axial trace thickness as well as orthogonal thickness, and the last one is the comparison of the curvature of inner and outer arc. Okay, if we go through all this and we have to look for this one, and based on this we will have our options. So based on this, you can say this is convergent. Okay, so deep isogons should be convergent. So my option is this one. Deep isogons are convergent. No, deep isogon is not parallel. It parallel in class 2. Axial planar thickness at hint is equal to that at limb. If you go through this one, so you will find all the options there. So the most prominent option is deep isogons are convergent. So my option D is the correct answer. And it is very simple to classify fold based on Ramsey classification. What you have to do, you have to draw some arrangement that I will explain to you in later videos. So it will be good for you to how to differentiate every limb based on this Ramsey classification. In the given map, the XY surface has the same orientation as in the Paleozoic sequence. Why it is written there the XY surface has the same orientation as in the Paleozoic sequence? What we have Paleozoic see here the examiner or the organization want to confuse you with the different words. See here they wrote Paleozoic sequence, but there is nothing like Paleozoic sequence. Which one is the Paleozoic sequence? To use this option, you have to remember the time scale. What is Paleozoic? What we have Paleozoic? In Paleozoic, we have Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, and Permian. So up to here, this is my Paleozoic, and then this is my Mesozoic. Okay, so Jurassic and Triassic come in Mesozoic, and Permian and Carboniferous come in Paleozoic. So the orientation are same as the Paleozoic. So Paleozoic orientation is like this one. And why they gave me the dip? Why they gave me this dip angle? Because in the dip direction, I will find the younger rock. Okay, there's a rule that known as a rule we should find younger rock in the direction of the dip. Now the orientation of this Paleozoic rock is same as XY. So we have to identify what exactly is the XY surface is. Now I in my see this is my left hand side of XY and this is my right hand side of the XY. So in my left hand side I have Mesozoic rock and on the right hand side I have Paleozoic rock. Mesozoic rock is the younger one and the Paleozoic rock is the older one. And you can see I I have the older rock in the direction of the dip. This means I should have the younger rock in the direction of the dip, which is the reverse in that case. This means what? Something happened that the younger rock is going down or slided down below the no, the older rock is above the younger one and the younger one is just slip and slide down to the younger one. This means what we have the reverse stratigraphy. It will come not in the angular one, not non-conformity, not normal form. It should come in the D thrust form. So my option should be D. Moving to the next question, the match the sedimentary feature. It is very simple. Please directly you can solve this one like this one. Point bar you will find in meander one. This means P2. Birchen you will find in the Aeolian. This should be Q3, and then drop stone is related to your glacier and herringbone is related to your tidal. So S is 1 and R is equal to 4. So where we have all this option, this one B. Very simple, totally based on the definition. Please go through the definition again and again. Try to remember, try to mug up the definition so you will easily solve all these questions and save time for your MSQ and NET portion. Which one of the following lithosphere unit is of Phanerozoic eon? You should know the age of the Phanerozoic eon as well as the age of all these group, Sargur group, Semri group, Otatur group and Papagani group. What is the age of all these? I have mentioned here. That is your Sargur group is related to Archean, Semri group is related to your Proterozoic, then this Utato group is related to your Phanerozoic age and the Papagani group is related to your Proterozoic age. So my option is 80C. This is also related direct question if you have read Krishnan or Ravindra Kumar sir book related to stratigraphy. So what we have to identify in which geological process, or what will be the process, what will be the condition when all these group and formation has deposited at that particular period of time. So Arialu group, how it is deposited, in which zone, it means what will be the environment and what will be the age of this Arialu group at that particular time of their deposition. So if you have read this book, you can easily identify this Arialu group is related to Cretaceous marine transgression. So my option is Q1. And you know the Sivalik group is related to Himalaya. Himalaya is related to your Neogene fluvial sedimentation. This means my R is equal to 2. So Q1 R2, Q1 R2, this is my Q1 R2, this one is my Q1 R2. Now you do Talchir formation. Talchir formation is Talchir boulder belt. And you know that if it is a boulder, it should related to glaciation somehow. So this Permo Carboniferous glacier related to Talchir formation. This is my P3. So P3 is there. So my option is A. No need to go for this Lametta formation, but still you should know the Lametta formation is related to Cretaceous bed. It is infra bed, not intertrapian bed. Okay. This is some error related to printing or something like this one. So it shouldn't bother you. But Lametta formation is related to your Cretaceous infratrapian bed. So my option is A. This is the last question for today MCQ. The rest of the question will follow soon, and I will try to upload all the question ASAP. Okay, let's move to this question. It is related to engineer geology question, one of my favorite topic. Check dams are constructed in association with main dam in the, see, check dam is another dam which we associate with the main dam to protect our main dam, because before opening or something like this, if something goes wrong, so that check dam will help us to protect my main dam. So identify where should we have the check dam. See, check dam generally I have to protect this one, so it should be on the upper side of the dam. And you know which one is the downstream, which one is the upstream. If this is your dam, it is, if you are going down, so this is known as your downstream. It is up, it is known as your upstream. Okay, sitting at what location? What you are seeing, the where the river is flowing, that is your downstream, and from where the river is coming, that is your upstream. So we should have the option upstream. So my options will be upstream, upstream. So A or C. Let's see what is the use of the check dam. Generally, we construct the check dam to counter attack erosion by reducing water velocity. This is one of the use of the check dam. However, the main purpose of the check dam is to remove the siltation in the main dam. So the siltation is the main option to reduce in the reservoir. Okay, so my option should be A, 20A. With this, we have completed our MCQ starting from question 11 to 20. I will try to upload all the remaining MCQ as well as MSQ in the coming days. Till now, I will take a leave from you. Have a good day, enjoy, and happy Christmas and happy New Year. If you like this video, please subscribe and share with this video to your colleague or your students. If you are a teacher, and if you are a student, you can share this with your friend also. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.